Hello everybody! Today we're going to talk about plagiarism workshop we did in class. My name is Gracia and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about plagiarism. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, plagiarism is the act of using another person's work or ideas without giving credit to that person. In class, we discussed some issues and we're going to talk about one of them: quoting and paraphrasing. We can avoid plagiarism on quotations and paraphrasing by quoting word by word what the author said, with quotation marks and putting his name, and by adding the page number and the year that it was published, the information that we found. You use the same with paraphrasing. One of some questions that we argued in class is there any situation in which you avoid quotation marks? The answer is no. It is always necessary to use quotation marks and to cite the original author's information on the word that you use if the work is not done by yourself. Another issue that we discuss in class is about common knowledge and plagiarism. You need to cite when you paraphrase or when you are going to use the exact words of the original author. When you're working with common knowledge information, you need to remember that it's not necessarily that you cite, because there is not an official author. Like when you want to cite the first president of some country, you don't know exactly who was the person that wrote that information. So when you work with common knowledge information, you don't cite. And now my friend Angeles will talk about another issues that we discussed on class.
Now, I am going to talk about some other issues we discussed in the plagiarism workshop. The first one are the best practices we can look for to avoid plagiarism. When we make quotations, is to leave an evidence of what we are writing. For example, we can use phrases as according to. For example, if I'm going to state according to Albert Einstein, a person who never make a mistake have never tried anything new. The other issue we discussed in the plagiarism workshop was rewriting passages with minor substitutions. Is when we write the same ideas but in different words, and we have to change the style and the structure. When you write, you first have to read what are you going to write about. You have to take notes of the important details, and you have to write the assignments with your own words.
The other issue we discussed is paraphrasing. To paraphrase, you have to read, you have to understand, and you have to take notes. Then you have to write your paper, putting away the original one, and then you have to compare it. Without forgetting that you have to quote and you have to to make citations. The last one was a citation and how to express ideas in different words. The type of citation we are going to use depends on the source and the type of work you are doing. Now, my partner Jameson is going to give the conclusion.
As announced by Angeles, I'm going to make a brief summary about the plagiarism workshop. As you can see, the plagiarism workshop mentioned how to use common knowledge and ideas without plagiarizing. In other words, how to quote, paraphrase, rewrite, cite using APA in the right way with the right form. It is so easy to quote and paraphrase someone correctly in order to avoid plagiarism. Citing is a way to show how it is important to give credit to another person's job.
According to Wayne Gerald Trotman, people who copy will always be one step behind. It's just a way to say that you are a subhuman when you're plagiarizing. You can't exist by yourself. You're like a virus. So start being you. Trust in yourself. Be original, and if ever you use something that is not yours, remember to cite it.
Plagiarism is a serious subject that can have grave consequences. It can bring various disciplines: literature, music, art, movie, brand, etc. I think those kinds of activities as plagiarism workshop are very useful to remember what to do when we use other people's words or properties. I suggest everyone apply those simple rules in whatever situation that requires citing or paraphrasing.
Thanks for listening.